whatever is going on in imagination is going to be your reality. That's something that really, really helps me when I remind myself of that. So sometimes we can get caught up in our 3D world, what's going on, what people are doing, what people are saying, how things are going. And you just need to remind yourself that the answer is always in imagination. The answer is always go back to imagination. Imagine something different. Imagine what you want, not what's going on, not how to fix it, but go straight to the answer, the solution. So many of us are trying to fix things or trying to figure out how things are going to happen. The how, the when, the where, the why of manifestation. If you can just detach from the how, the when, the where, the why, and focus on having it. Go in your mind right now and imagine having it. Imagine experiencing it. You're going in your imagination and experiencing these things. That's actually happening. And the screen of life, your 3D world, is going to reflect that back, because what you persist in imagination is what you'll experience in the 3D physical reality. So remind yourself of that. Whatever I persist in imagination is what I'm going to experience in my 3D reality. So we know if we keep focusing on, oh, well, this happened and they said this and, this keeps happening, you're just going to get more of that. You're just going to get more of what you don't want. You know the saying, what you focus on grows. It's true. What you focus on grows. And we're so wired to focus on the worst case scenario, or things going wrong, or us not getting what we want. So you need to change that and think differently. And I always use the analogy, which has helped me so much. Like, you've made some food and you've used these ingredients, but you don't like the food that has been made, okay? So you want to have a completely different meal. You want to have a completely different dinner, tea, whatever you call it. You can't use the same ingredients if you want to eat something completely different. You have to use different ingredients. So many of you are trying to move the ingredients around, trying to fix the dinner and change the dinner, but the dinner has already been made by those ingredients, aka your 3D reality is the way it is because of your thoughts. So you have got to change the ingredients to make something different. So you've got to think different thoughts in order to experience something different. And I can't stress this enough. I say it all the time. You've got to think different if you want something different. But so many people will affirm for like a week or 2 weeks. Or this is something else I notice a lot, is people go, yeah, well, I've been doing this for 2 years and 3 years and nothing's changed. Nothing's changed because you haven't changed. Can you tell me honestly that in those 2 years you've been identifying as the you that has it, or have you been affirming and then aware that you haven't got it? You need to get to a point where you just don't even care. Like when I was manifesting my husband, at first when he broke up with me, it was hard, but I got to a point eventually where I didn't care how long it took, because I knew I'd be with him. Like, I just didn't care. I didn't focus on time, because I know the more I focus on time, the more I'm gonna experience time. You've got to stop focusing on time. And people, it's been 2 years, it's been 3 years. Why are you counting how many years it's been when time, it doesn't exist when it comes to manifestation? If you are doing the inner work and you're truly identifying as the you, and you're not getting triggered left, right and center, then you're going to get what you want a lot quicker. I feel like the people that it's taken time for are not doing, I don't like to call it work, but the inner work. I feel like you're not really living in the end, because you might be living in the end, but then something happens in your 3D and you react to it and go, oh look, it's not working, and then you're putting yourself back in the state and thinking those same shitty thoughts again, which you've been trying to clear out. You're trying to clear, it's like taking furniture out of a house and then putting it back in again, and then taking it out of the house. So you're taking the furniture out of your house, the old furniture, ready for the new furniture, and you start putting bits of new furniture in the house. Okay, you start thinking new thoughts, and then something happens and you start putting old furniture back in. If you keep putting the old furniture back in, the old furniture back in, the old furniture back in, and then a little bit of new furniture, but then that goes back out again, you put the old furniture back in, you're going to experience the same house with the same furniture, whether it's 2 weeks or 2 years. You have to stand firm in your new thinking. You have to stand firm in thinking those new thoughts. You can't think those new thoughts and then the second something goes wrong in the 3D, you start thinking the old shitty thoughts again, because then you're just filling your brain back up with the stuff that you've just cleared out. And this doesn't mean like, some of you be firm and sometimes you have a shitty thought or a few shitty thoughts, you have a couple of days. I don't mean that. I mean the people that go in that cycle, go in that loop of like thinking good and then things go wrong and then you're reacting. We're human, we have moments like that, but the idea is to put yourself in that state as often as you can. You do that by thinking thoughts as if you've got what you want, as if you are who you are, as often as you can. And your 3D world is always going to reflect that back, because that is the law of assumption. Whatever you assume to be true is going to be made manifest. Okay, you're selecting your reality. So stop putting that goddamn old furniture back in the house and keep putting the new furniture in the house. And then if something goes wrong, don't you dare put the old furniture back in the house. Don't you dare think the old thoughts again. You've just got to stand firm in your story, like your life depends on it, like it's the air you breathe. Okay, if you want something bad enough, and this is sometimes why I question people, like if they really want something or really want someone, because they'll give up so easily, or that they'll just get so caught up on what's going on in 3D. And when we say to you, circumstances don't matter, I feel like so many don't listen. Like, circumstances don't matter. Circumstances don't matter. They came from your consciousness anyway. They don't matter. Okay? Anyway, this was just meant to be a daily manifestation reminder. So this is your daily manifestation reminder. So keep going, keep persisting, keep with the new story. Do not let the old furniture back in the house. New furniture only. Okay? Love you. Bye.